had things to do, was planning, this diaspora tour. I was really busy. I was like, this is annoying. Like, I've got stuff to do, so let me get this over with and, get it out of the way. So that comes to my point of, even though this is the leading form of cancer affecting women in Jamaica today, a mere 6% of us go and get our checks. A mere 6%. So with that, I went, got the mammogram, was putting back all my stuff, ready to get out of there. And they were like, could you just have a seat because you're going to need an ultrasound. I'm like, what? Ultrasound? Like, I've got places to be. So they were like, no, you're going to have to just wait and get your ultrasound. So during the ultrasound, I'm there quizzing this person doing the ultrasound. I'm thinking, okay, this is the doctor. So I'm like, yeah, doc, so really this is like, a fibrous thing. And, if we could just kind of figure out the best way to handle it. And she was like, yeah, no, let me get this. I'll bring the doctor in after, and the doctor will talk to you. And so said, so done. The doctor told me it was an aggressive mass. That's the term that they used. And I'm like, yeah, what does that mean? And she was like, it means we need to get a biopsy. So I was like, wow, all right, can we get that done now? And she was like, no, you'll have to come back. It's something we have to schedule. That doctor has to come in. And I still was in my head, it was, okay, they just need to get that. Went back onto Google, just to ensure that they knew what they were talking about. And, yeah, all right, it seemed fine. Went back a couple days after that, had it done. Very painful experience. Please, everybody, encourage your family, friends, co-workers, get yourself checked, do all of this early. You do not want to do that biopsy. You don't want any part of it. None of it. Most unpleasant experience out of everything that I've been through, I found that to be the most unpleasant experience and painful. So, went and did that, and then I left to go do my work. Left the country, went off, came back, called them. They were like, yeah, we've had your results. It's been sent to your doctor. So I called up the doctor, and she's like, where have you been? I was like, I had work to do. I'm back. She's like, all right, do you want to come in? I'm like, cool, yeah, I'll swing by. Went there, ordered my Chinese food. Ready, man, yeah, just going to go up, get the thing, come out, get Chinese food, head home, finish up what I have to do. And exactly like Stacey said, I'm actually shocked that many more of you had the same experience. I went blank. I heard nothing. Zero. After she said to me, okay, Tara, so it is cancer. Could not tell you what she said after that. I left my body, period. I came out, I saw someone sitting there which looked like me, and a woman was talking to her. I was no longer there. And then I think but I didn't have that other person with me because, it wasn't cancer, right? So I think she touched me, but something brought me back, and she was like, should I call somebody? I was like, no, because can I see the paper? I would like to see what you're saying for myself. And she was like, sure. And I'm reading through the thing, reading. And I'm like, whoa, this thing look legit. So where do we go from here? So I was like, nope, gotta go though. Take care. See you when I see ya. And she was like, wait, okay, I understand. I'll call you in a couple of days. I was like, no, I'll call you. School. I don't remember anything else after that. I don't remember how I got home. I don't remember anything except I remember turning off my phone once I was home, and then I just went to my bed. And then I woke up the next day, turned back on my phone, and the doctor had texted me. She was worried. So she texted me and she was like, "Are you?" And then that's what I was like, you know something? This is really, really, really happening. So I think everybody, just like we're all individuals, everybody handles their diagnosis differently, their approach to treatment, and then after. And you can't tell any one person what to do or how they should behave or how they should react. Some people want the comfort of talking about it and talking to others and kind of gathering and that nurturing, and some people don't. And I was one of those who didn't. So Stacy, you took couple of days. I took weeks to tell my mother. Weeks. I had to do my research. I wanted to have everything in place because I knew she was going to come with like a bag of questions. So I took weeks and I told very, very, very few people. I think I told like 4 people. I think I told my dad after everything. But I told my best friend, I told my mom, and I told the person I was dating at that time. That was it. I did not talk to many people about it. I ended up telling another friend because she was very, very pressuring. You know those friends that are pressuring? And yeah. So I had to tell her because every day she was like, "So you went back, you got your thing? How did the thing go? What I'm saying?" And I just could not lie to her or avoid it, so I ended up telling her. But for me, I liked not having a lot of people know, because I find that people, out of the kindness and the goodness and the love they have for you, they get very emotional. And dealing with your own emotional stress and trying to figure out how you're going to pay the bills. The Jane man gone, but I had no insurance. You know, who's going to take care of what? Like, who's going to be, because Flo, God bless them, is going to keep calling. You know, they want their money. The lights have to stay on. NWC, you know, them no ramp for turn off your water. So, like, how is all of this going to happen? And then when I started tallying up everything, like 6.5 million. Like, where are you going to just, like, pull that out of random? Like, so I was like, all right, well, this is going to be tricky. So let me just kind of focus on how to do it. And I think what I did was I just went into execution mode like it was a project. And I just started checking off things and like going back and figuring out, okay, this is going to work here. This is what's going to have to happen. My mother's going to have to come. She can come for, okay, a month. That's what's going to happen. She will do this. She will do that. And so that's how I executed it. And my brain just worked that way. And for me, that worked. And that doesn't mean that that's how it works for everybody, but for me, that worked best. And I find that your mind has everything to do with your healing and your approach to any illness at all. I had a funny thing was, I wonder if it's something on my street, but my neighbor down the road, a few houses, she also got diagnosed, but her approach was completely counter to mine. So she was very sad. She locked up in her house. She didn't want to come out. She stayed in bed. She didn't want to talk to anybody. But the good thing was we lived on the same street. So I would go over, talk to her, encourage her. I said, let's walk. We're supposed to stay healthy, you know, and just walk, and let's just go for like a walk around the corner and stuff like that. So everybody is not going to be the same with everything. Everybody's journey is going to be different. But I think the one thing that we can say about at the end of it is that we all had a desire to live and all had the desire to fight, no matter what it was going to be, whether we never have the money, whether because the treatment is no joke. And, surviving and going through that alone is a victory, getting through that. So I think coming together at events like this, talking about it, sharing stories, encouraging others really does help to save lives and change people's attitudes towards diagnosis. And it's important that we do that with anything. And that's why I ended up telling my story so that other women would realize it's not anything to be ashamed of. You didn't bring it on yourself. It's not your fault. And I think for far too long in Jamaica, with any illness, we've made people feel embarrassed or ashamed, or it's something to hide and keep quiet. And like you said, don't talk about it. And it's hush hush. Why? Why? Talk about it. Get it out there. Speak to others. Reach out. Allow people to talk. And I tell people all the time, I get a lot of DMs and messages. And I am grateful for them because it reminds me that it's not over. And this journey is a lifetime journey. So even when you pass the 5 years, you still not really past the 5 years. Even when you pass the 10 years, you still praise God and say, give me another 10. So it's important that we take this stigma away from illness in Jamaica, cancer in Jamaica, and anything else that happens, even with our children that are not born in particular manners or the way people feel like they should be born. People are it's terrible. And I'm not sure why we're like that here, why we feel like you have to hide things or, be ashamed of things. There's absolutely nothing to be ashamed of. And I'm so proud to be a part of this community and a part of this journey with all the women in here. And you two gorgeous women gracing the cover. I want to just give a shout out to you on that cover. Early diagnosis makes all the difference in the world. It makes all the difference in the world to surviving this.